Welcome process management experts to our first best practice in process management video post. My name is Thomas. I work for the Lufthansa Technik's quality department since October 2011 as an intern, and I support in the fields of requirement management and process management. And with me is my colleague Mirko.
Yeah, hi. I'm Mirko. I'm also working for Lufthansa Technik Quality Management Department. I'm working for this department since 2007 in the area of the operations of our integrated management system, and currently I'm running a project concerning process standardization.
Yes. In this video, we would like to introduce you the results of a survey of the Lufthansa Technik in cooperation with the University of Bamberg. And Mirko?
Right. We started this cooperation already in summer 2010 in a project where we developed a strategy to develop and implement so-called LHT group processes, so standardized processes within the LHT group. And in this context, we discussed the different areas of process management, because after implementing a standardized process, you still have to think about how to operate this process. And so we developed this picture with the 4 different areas of process management, where we have the operations of the management system at the bottom of the picture. This contains process modeling and the roles that are necessary to operate the process management system and so on. An area where we have very long experience already. We're working on that since 2002 roundabout. But we still have to learn in the other fields, like how to manage the processes with KPIs and to do risk assessment and so on, as well as in the area of leading the people. Very important to train your employees, perform the communication, and on top of the picture we have the governing processes. That's all about process targets, how to continuously implement and improve the processes, and also compliance management should be covered with this area. So we asked ourselves if there are other people out there that also think about these topics and that would like to exchange their experience. And that's why we thought it might make sense to start with a survey to, on the one hand, identify the most important topics that are interesting for the people, and to identify the contact persons for these topics in the different organizations.
That's a good point. Let's talk about the contact persons. How did we make contact, and who were the participants of the survey?
So we invited all the people that we already know from different benchmarks in the past, and we also had the chance to announce the survey on different internet platforms, like BPM Netzwerk, German platform, for example, but also on LinkedIn, as well as other quality-related platforms. And luckily, in the end, we made it to 177 completely filled out questionnaires. So 177 participants that completed the survey from all around the world, most of them from German-speaking countries. But we are quite happy that we also made it to get participants from China, for example, from Australia, and also from all around Europe. So quite interesting field of experts that participated in the survey. Also interesting the different industry sectors that these people are from. Most of them are working in the manufacturing business sector. Others are working for consulting companies, software companies, also information technology, and communication was highly represented in the survey. So I think good overview to perform the survey.
Mirko, I think we just missed the overall target of the survey, didn't we?
Yeah, good reminder, thank you. So the overall target of the survey was to identify the experts in the different areas, to bring them together to perform workshops to talk about the practice, the experience, and to identify best practices in these different areas. So therefore, I think it's very important that we have a lot of experience in these workshops, and that leads to the next slide that we prepared, which shows the number of years of experience of the participants. And as you can see, about 50% of the participants have more than 7 years of experience, which is very good to get these people together to talk about their process management experience.
And as possible participants for the workshops, we picked out those who had more than 5 years of experience.
Right,
yes.
right. Yeah, that's what we choose. Okay, let's talk about the roles. So we separated or classified the participants into 5 different roles, actually 4 plus 1 others. So we had a group of process management operators that are responsible for the operations of process management system in an organization. And then we had the group of process management users, process owners, for example, and participants from university, study and research area, consultants, and then the others group. And for the workshops, we decided to concentrate on the operators as well as the users.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So let's come to the results of the survey. What can you tell us about this, Mirko?
Okay, so the core question of the survey was to rate the current importance as well as the future importance and the maturity of the different aspects. And we put all this data together and created this matrix, as you can see on this picture. And we have the current important on the x-axis and on the y-axis the future importance. And we were able to create 3 clusters. So on the right-hand side, cluster 1 with highest maturity, highest importance, and highest future importance contains a number of top topics that we should integrate in the workshops. But let's have a closer look onto these clusters. So in cluster number 1, we have topics like process management roles, process modeling, very important, obviously, and very high developed, as we can see later on. But also topics like integration of legislative and normative requirements are in this area. Let's continue with a look onto cluster 2, where we have topics like editorial process. So the process that describes how we describe processes, for example. I love this expression. This is something that we are quite familiar with because we are doing that for years now. And also other areas such as process trainings becoming more and more important for us, and obviously also for all the other participants, because that's somewhere in the middle in cluster 2. Yeah. So quite interesting, I think. And then finally, cluster 3, just 3 topics, application of maturity models, something that we are working on right now. We just started to get more and more experience with that. And from our point of view, it's getting more and more important in the future. But looking onto the big picture, it's not that important at the moment. And the future importance is not that high compared to other topics. And process simulation and activity-based costings are the other 2 topics in that cluster. Okay, let's have a look onto the topics for the workshops. Thomas, yes. What did we prepare?
Tablet shows again the aspects from the first cluster, ordered by their current importance, and we performed the workshops in that order. The first one was in January, where we discussed process modeling and integration of legislative and normative requirements into processes. The second, this month, February of 2012, where we discussed process management roles and organization-wide defined process model.
Right.
Yes. And the next workshop will contain, what is it? We made a
process
bit of a
improvement
change.
methodology
Yes.
and communication of process changes.
Yes.
Right, are the other two topics which made sense to be
To
combined.
link, yeah.
Yeah. And we don't know yet if we're going to organize a workshop concerning acceptance of process management within the organization, which is very important for us as well. So I would be interested in performing a workshop talking about that topic. And also process standardization, because I'm heading a project at the moment where we are creating standardized processes, but we'll see if we are really going to perform a workshop about that. I think we plan another video post about the results of the first workshops that we already performed. So we would recommend to subscribe to our blog to receive updates about the results of our workshops. And we are also planning to organize a conference this summer this year where we would like to share the experience with more and more experts from all around the world. So just follow our blog and you will receive the updates. So thanks for listening.
Thanks.
And have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.